Hi, I'm Tom, and this is Adult Game Reviews. This week I got to play Mythos Book 1, Lisa's Story, which was just released to Steam on the 17th of June. All I really knew about Mythos before I jumped in was that development has been pretty slow. However, a little spoiler is I don't think it matters in the same way I think it matters for other games. Why? Well, let's get into Mythos first. But before that, please like the video if you like it and subscribe if you aren't. I play a lot of games. I get asked how I'm able to maintain my relationship with Emily, game, run the channel, and work my IRL job all at the same time. Well, here's my advice to you. First is open communication, patience, setting boundaries, and Eneba. There are times when I really want to play something, but I also want to spend time with her, so I first check Eneba. Eneba is like eBay for gamers. We just played through Heavy Rain together and Emily enjoyed that, so I thought to look up Detroit Become Human. Steam has it for $39.99. The game has been out for like 5 years and I don't want to pay full price, so I go over and check Eneba. I found a digital key for Detroit Become Human for a quarter of the price. So Eneba has helped me save some money and save my relationship. I mean, not really, but kinda.
Just kidding, everybody, just kidding.
It did definitely help me save some money though. I want to thank Eneba for sponsoring the video. The link is in my description. Back to Mythos. Let's just start off with the biggest con I found with Mythos, and that's the visuals, specifically the character models. Take Sophia here. She just looks like a white character model put in blackface.
Squeeze me? Oh no, you dick.
Many characters are just slightly modified versions of the standard character model. There's even a disclaimer by the dev at the very beginning that the visuals get better in each chapter. However, the largest jump in visuals is still basically average. There are fun little animations like when Tara's driving her truck. One distinction is while the character models can vary in quality, Nine of Swords includes some fun graphical highlights. Like when talking to characters at the very first time, you get to see their bio right on the screen, or adding an investigation mode where you can pick out different words in the dialogue that seem suspicious. These little add-ons break up the monotony. In general, it really seems like Nine of Swords had fun while making aspects of this game, which you could feel. The audio helps set the tone, especially the sound effects. Every once in a while a door would slam or a horn would honk, which would make Emily jump. This always amused me, but kind of upset her. The music was mostly appropriate to the setting. The only issue I had with it was when you're at the diner, that song was played on repeat, which could be super annoying. Let's move on to the writing really quick. It was great, and it was also a lot funnier than I expected it to be. Becky with an I had to be my favorite character. She cracked me up every single time she was on screen. So while that was all great, let's move to the story and plot. The first thing you do is you choose between a male or female MC. This is awesome, and I'm really glad to see it when devs do this.
Nice. Very nice.
Alright, so why did I say the longest development time doesn't matter? Well, there are two stories going on in Mythos Book 1. The first is the mystery of your ex-girlfriend's death. You end up getting pulled into a world you didn't know existed, with vampires, demons, ghosts, and werewolves. Oh, I'm sorry, werewolves don't exist. While investigating her death, you get introduced to a number of characters who are also interested in figuring out who killed your ex. However, it's hard to tell who's your ally and who's your enemy. This leads you and your Scooby-Doo gang investigating different people and tackling different leads. The second is the overarching goal of the big bad guy that is going to continue into the second book. I mean, I'm just guessing here, so don't quote me on that. This is where Mythos kind of missed an opportunity. Book 1 should really be called something like Mythos in the case of the dead ex-girlfriend, or something more clever, like the old Sherlock Holmes books and stories.
Elementary, my dear Watson. Purely elementary.
This can be a standalone mystery, which is very unclear when you first start playing it. For everyone looking for completed titles, I consider this complete, like the first Avengers movie. If all you saw were the movies up through the first Avengers, that feels like it could be the end of the story. It's the same here. If you play Mythos Book 1 and don't play any future Mythos games, the mystery is pretty satisfying. There's no cliffhanger or to be continued. With all the long development times for so many games, I do expect to see more of these interconnected short stories, which is how I would label Mythos. The second thing I have to point out, which is awesome by Nine Swords, is when it's time to pick the person you think murdered your ex-girlfriend, you get a whole page of potential suspects. If you get it wrong, you can still see the endings for every character if they were the murderer. Nine of Swords took the time to create an ending for every character in the game. This was really fun. The first time I chose the big bad guy, I got it wrong. I was so sure, but I obviously missed something. It took a few guesses to finally get the real killer, but it was fun to try, and I got to see the endings as if I were right. If Nine of Swords continues to make these short one-off mysteries that may interconnect, thinking like Dresden Files early on, I will be the first in line to play it. However, outside the visuals, the spicy content was very few and far between. If anything, it was on the lower end compared to many other games. I enjoyed the story and the mystery so much that this didn't really hurt my enjoyment, but if you only play the games for the spicy content, content, you will be disappointed here. Overall, I really enjoyed Mythos. It was funny, the writing was great, and getting introduced to the world was really enjoyable time for the 9-ish hours I played. So this is a big play for me. I've been looking for a VN with a good mystery, and it's nice to have finally found something to scratch that itch. I want to thank Aneba for sponsoring the video. I want to thank my backers on Patreon and Subscribestar, and I want to thank all of you for watching the video to the end. If you haven't seen my review of Crossrealms, you can check it out right here. Thanks again. Until next time.